hope traders and investors alike were green yesterday. Yesterday was another awesome day in the market. The question is today, will we continue higher? Will today be a chop Friday, or will we continue higher? Will we, could always move lower. Let's see what the charts say. So crude, we took that downtrend out. You got your 9 crossing your 20 here. Just got a pretty flat doji from yesterday. Still seeing, I think we can still move up to this 50 here. Gas prices are down right now compared to what they were a few months ago. Bitcoin, we are back above this 9 and 20 to where we need to be. This candle closes at 6 p.m. on Friday. We need this weekly candle to close over those levels, then we could possibly continue to move up. Your MACD is still coming into a possible bullish cross. So that's also a good sign. I say that's the weekly chart for Bitcoin. The put to call ratio, we are 94. This is neutral. The average neutral zone for the average trader is 99, 98, 99. I like to be below the 92 area. I find that things work better down here for me and my style. But, I'll take this. We're neutral. That's good. Let's see what the escalators look like. Ooh, the NASDAQ. So we are 202. We are back to being pretty hot. Remember, 200 is hot. And the New York Stock Exchange, 257, overbought. I mean, that's warm there. The U.S. dollar still holding below these levels. We're, calling for a pullback here. I'm thinking we could probably, possibly come back down to the 50 before continuing higher. The VIX, the VIX has not been cooperating very well this year. It's not been quite telling the story. Still stuck under this downtrend, still pulling down. As long as we're under this downtrend, then UVXY puts will work just fine. You can see this is a 15-minute chart for the VIX. It's not getting a lot of movement out of it. Apple, this thing's been on fire. We don't forget, back here we had, a huge straight green run. Just been a powerhouse. We talked about this flag here above this 50, and it has just pushed. Had a couple down days, flagged right back into the 9, worked, pushed. The big level here is the 200. We have to get above this 200 now for Apple to continue to work. And as we can see, some stuff's a little overbought here. So we may need an inside day. MACD here. This is a nice looking MACD. It's pinching. Look at your histogram. See the pinch right there? It's got like a little dip. See your histogram? Looks like it's trying to grow again. Strong MACD. Above your 9, your 50. We still got a little bit left here in this gap. So that's what I would keep an eye on. Look for a gap fill, then a possible continue higher. Affirm has just been chopping away. So it pushed up outside of the Bollinger Bands. You gets outside the Bollinger Bands, it's a good chance you're going to pull back. We pull right back to the 20, which is the meme. Kind of a textbook move here. The question is, can we get back above the 9? If we can get back above this 9, I would expect a continued higher. Not much momentum into this. And this is a firm. You can see these lines are old. I actually quit drawing them because it was just too much on the charts. Now that we have been moving back up, we have run right back into them. And you can see how these same exact lines are working. So this morning in pre-market, we took out this resistance, which becomes support. Now we've dipped back below it. So that's the level to watch. But we have pushed up. A firm has pushed up in pre-market. So that's one we need to watch today. Amazon. Big push here yesterday. Good earnings report. Have not dug into all the details yet. So far, everything looks decent. So that's on the radar today. AMC trading flat. Just not much to talk about there. This is the AMD 15. You can see it moving up. You can see yesterday we pulled back at market open, and then we ended up ripping. That bill passed. Amazon, back above the 9 here. We talked about this down here. If we can get back above the 9, so we're back above the 9, put in a hammer candle on a support level. To be a hammer candle, you need to be preferably on the bottom of the chart at a support. We are at the bottom of the chart at a support level. Not quite the setup I would like to see, but we do have a hammer at a support level. 9MA is considered support. Apple, good earnings, gapped up there. I would watch this for a possible gap fill. We may come back and fill this before we push today, if we push today. We do have some data today as well. Boeing, watching for a move up here. Boeing had another good day yesterday. MACD still looks decent. Are we pinching or running out of gas there? Another day or two will tell the story. Not really showing the relative strength right now. You can see right here, we're using price comparison for relative strength. This is the S&P 500, the SPX. You can see it's been pushing, and you can see up, down. So we're not really having the relative strength. Momentum's fading out. So this is kind of at a level where we continue to push. They had a great earnings. A lot of times when they come after tech, they kind of let a few other things go sometimes. So that could be what's going on with them. I apologize. I think I just said they had a great earnings. They didn't have a great earnings. They had a good guidance. Some issues and some trouble coming into the earnings. So here we have Bitcoin, the daily, back above the 50, back above the 9, pushing on the outside of the Bollinger Band. So that you're getting a little extended here. But hopefully we can hold in this area, and we can hold that. What do we got? 24. Look at that. Nice move. We can get that daily candle or weekly candle to close. This is Boeing's 15-minute chart. Just like a lot of other names, pulled back at market open just a little bit, chopped around, and then ripped. Then this one just basically consolidated throughout the rest of the day. It never returned to go back after that daily high. That's a sign of strength. Here at Trend Catalyst, we look for market leaders daily. It's just my opinion, but if it's not leading, then you might as well just trade the SPY. If it's not trading better than the SPY, then you might as well just trade the SPY, because I can almost guarantee you the SPY is going to pay you better. BTU, Arch had I believe it was a miss yesterday in earnings. I thought Peabody beat, but I'm not sure. I went through so many. But anyway, we had a big down candle yesterday, come all the way down to the 20, push back up above the 9, but we're back below that 50. We did push up and then got snatched back. Chewy still down here. As long as Chewy's below that 9 and 20, look at that 9 and 20 rolling. Your MACD, look at your 9 and 20 rolling. I'm kind of got this island. Basically we gap down, putting in a little island here. I would expect if this 9 and 20 comes down and if we cannot get a move up and see a change, I would expect a move down to that 50. Chewy, you can see pullback and ripped right into that 200 on the 15 yesterday. Cliff. So we actually, materials chopped around and opened, then pushed, and they pulled back. You can see the weakness here versus, and I was actually expecting a little better out of materials, to be honest. So we actually pulled back, at the end of the day, where the rest of the market was looking pretty decent. This is still a really decent looking daily chart here. I'm not a guy who likes to look for stuff on the bottom of the chart, but we have put in a decent base here. You can see the move up outside of the Bollinger Bands, right back to the mean textbook move, trying to follow this 9 up. If we continue to push like this, I would look for the 50 for the next target. Just not seeing a crazy amount of momentum. All right, so yesterday we talked about consumer staples, and you can see we were looking for a breakout. We had gotten the breakout the previous day. Now we pushed really hard yesterday, starting to see momentum come back into the MACD. It's a good sign. CVX, we talk about the energy names. We follow these energy names quite a bit. So we're back above all the daily moving averages. Look how your 9's crossing your 20 here. That's just a sign of momentum. It's a sign of strength. Got a decent MACD here, showing some decent strength, compared to the market. CVX daily or 15-minute chart. ExxonMobil 15-minute chart. These things are ripping. ExxonMobil reported earnings this morning. Ripping. So I have not checked on them yet. I don't know if they're out or if that's in anticipation for earnings. We actually just kind of mentioned, just had a Discord member mention how they're calling for big beats on energy names. They give them huge estimates. So hopefully they can give us some good reports. Valero, great report yesterday. So we have GME. This has not really been doing a whole lot, just chopping around, trying to hold the 50. Qs, we said yesterday we needed to take out this area right here, and if we did, we would look for this line. We got exactly what we were looking for. Nice push yesterday. You can see the dip though. When the candle opened, we dipped back almost to the 9 on a daily. That's a huge spot, guys. We talk about buying at 9 on a daily. That alone can be a strategy. All right, so we've got a nice push here, trading fairly flat into a little down into pre-market. That's really nothing to worry about right now. So major target we mentioned yesterday, 309.81. That 20 on your weekly 20 is the target right now. Bonds still chopping around here. We could use some help from the bond market to help. Bonds push, market push. Things work a little better when you have a strong bond market. IWM right into this downtrend. So we're through this downtrend. We talked about yesterday how this downtrend, and you could see the 20 moving averages in here. We're above both of them. We said they were the next targets and would be the next struggle area. Well, we took them out yesterday. You can see right here, this was a bear flag pattern. We were watching. We ended up breaking above it to the upside, holding 9s coming up to catch up, showing good momentum. IWM is looking good here in pre-market. You can see we've gapped up, not a huge gap up, but we've gapped up over this resistance level, which is now support. It's a good sign. MRO yesterday pulled back and kind of chopped around. Meta, I don't know what to say really. I mean, I think it's actually 5 quarters they've got it down in a row. I just don't know what to say there. I think there's better places for your money. I think it's day trade. I think it's really a day trade right now. Let them get it situated out. Right now, there's better places for your money. I say that a lot because I'm a day trader and I believe there's daily opportunities, and I talk about that a lot. But if you're an investor right now, I believe there's better places for your money. Please don't get emotionally attached to anything in the stock market. You will do better staying unemotionally attached to stuff. So we have Microsoft here. Had that report, wasn't great, but we've pushed on it. The market just doesn't care about bad news right now. That's telling us that they've priced all this. They priced in some bad earnings. They've priced in a mild recession. So as long as we stay like that, we have a decent chance for a decent push in this market. I'm not saying new highs. I still think we may see some lows, but the market has changed. Microsoft, you can see we ripped yesterday. Give you an entry. I mean, that was strong rip on the 15. That's vertical. Where's an entry? Flag back into your 9. There you go. Give you a place short. You missed the initial move, but there's other stuff to trade until it sets up for you. So Moderna, we've been calling for shorts. You can see once again, big pullback yesterday. That would have paid the bills, guys. You got the MACD right there turning bearish. I'm only looking for a trip down to the 50. I'm not shooting for zero there. MRO, this is a daily chart. You can see we've put in this nice base. We did a video, I believe Monday morning, talking about how we were bullish on oil right now, how they've kind of separated from crude, how they've put in a nice little base, and we would expect to see a decent move up. Well, from that video till now, you've gotten a decent move up. Remember, there's so many ways to make money in this market. Buying some of these names like this and putting a little time to it, you can still make income with the market that way, even if you're still learning to trade very shorter time frames. There's still ways to make money. Netflix still trading in this tabletop we talked about yesterday, trying to show momentum. I still think this guy has a move in it up to this gap. It's just, for me, it's not a name I'm going to invest my money in right now. So this is the FANG chart. So I put this back on the list just to kind of update. Still trading in a kind of a weaker ascending triangle now, respecting the 9. We need to break out. A lot of these names have reported decent earnings. Some have, it's basically been a mixed bag, and we're not getting a lot of upward momentum as the group in a whole. Now remember, there's names like Twitter that's in the FANG. Most people don't realize how many names is actually in that index. Oxy here, big pullback yesterday and kind of chopped around. Oxy's not really been the leader here. I honestly, when we got above this 50, I was expecting a move back up, and we've just not really gotten the momentum I was expecting there, to be perfectly honest. Palantir still trading in this tight range. We need to really redraw this line, kind of banging around in this channel. In that case, you could watch for a move up to the top of here, maybe get a move down. You're still not really showing any momentum. There's not really a whole lot of relative strength there. No relative strength there. It's just kind of trading flat. You can see PLTR pull back to the 200 right there and then pushed. But if you were trying to trade this, maybe you were looking for an entry, and there's so many ways to make money. A strategy, trying to buy pullbacks. You found support at the 200. It's not my style. I look for a little more technical than that, but that is a strategy, and that could be a way to make money. Qualcomm dipped below the 9 here. The earnings report, the market just didn't like it. I still haven't dug into the report. The report on the surface looked great. So I'm not sure why they pulled back on the phone call yet. Like I said, I haven't dug into it. We'll get into some of the stuff in the weekend. It's been so much material coming in. So Roblox, we've been watching this very tight ascending triangle. We have peaked above this. See where we're at today, of course. SPX, strong candle. A lot of people, there's a lot of bears that were expecting the market to pull back yesterday. We talked about how the market looked like that it was changing, and if we held yesterday with GPD, that I believe that we would see a move up. I still think we can move up to this area. If we take this area out, we would go to watch the 20 on the weekly as well. If we take that level out, we will, at that point in time, find the next level. I only worry about level for level, and that is it. I'm not trying to guess market bottoms. I'm not trying to guess market tops. Level for level. I just need room to make money for that day, and that is it. So we're getting a cross down here on the MA on the weekly, or the MACD on the weekly. Good sign coming in. CRM, we're still trying to push off this 9 here. But we are respecting the 9, trying to show some momentum. It's not really, chart's not really leading. You see it had a nice push yesterday, but once again, it's not leading. SoFi, right back to resistance. You can see yesterday, this is a textbook move. These lines are, put on here when we first started doing these videos over 2 months ago. We opened up right at resistance level yesterday, right into the 200, pulled back to a previous support level. We found that, we pushed, we ripped right into your 20. So you could have took a entry from down here on the bottom up to your 20. That's not really my style. We need something a little more technical than that, but that is a way that possibly you can make money. So you can also look at that wick right there. Seeing that wick at a moving average, your 20 on your 15-minute chart, Be like, hey, look at that wick. That's resistance. See if we can get a pullback here. That could have been a play. So remember, my style of trading involves in catching the move, catching the move, catching the move. I'm not the guy who's going to stay into it the whole day to see where it's going to go. I'm going to catch the move up and then reload for the pullback and then reload for the move up as long as the market breath holds out. If the market breath's too strong, then I'm just definitely not looking for the counter trends. I just find that they just don't work as well with strong breath in the market. We just have certain breath indicators we watch during the day. So the target here has been the 20 as we're pushing up, I believe, the 409 level. So we have to watch the 409 level if we continue to push today. We have to watch that 20-day for resistance. That is the SPY weekly, the SPY monthly. The month's coming to an end. We are trying to recover this whole candle here. This is a bullish move up. So getting a big move down in June and recovering almost all of it in July, the next month, it's pretty bullish. Got your SPY daily here. Continued push up. We're outside of the Bollinger Bands. And remember, we're a little oversold. We're getting outside of the Bollinger Bands. An inside day would be, it's not what I want. Of course, I want a trend. So, because that's where the money is. If, for my style of trading, ranging doesn't work as well as trending. Trending pays more. But we could use an inside day to let some stuff cool off. This is XLK, the tech chart. Another nice chart. Another nice push up. Tesla, we ended up taking this 20 out and continued to push up. 50 would be your next level. And we talked about this candle pattern yesterday. Traded overall pretty flat. And this has a lot to do with the big push up in pre-market. We had took such a big move in pre-market. You can see right here we run up in pre-market, come back to those levels that the pre-market levels, so we kind of took it back and then continued to push throughout the day. Tesla once again paid the bills. Twitter has broken out of this tabletop, trying to show some momentum. Watch this right here for a pinch. Twitter 15-minute chart had a really nice push yesterday. Look at that push up, pull back, reconnect to the 9. Push up, pull back, reconnect to the 9. Those pullback flags right there, those are your entries. UNG still cooling off a little bit. We talked yesterday, we were expecting a flag on this one, and that's exactly what we're getting. We pulled back to the 20 here. I'm sorry, we pulled back to the 9 here. If the 9 can't hold, trying to put this handle in, I would expect a pullback to your 50 before maybe a possible push up. Just got a little overextended. And you just kind of need the reset to take a break and regain its momentum. Upstart still trading in that downtrend. Nothing happening there. That's just not leading the market. You can see right here back in May. We said that 20 MA was a huge area. We pushed right into the 20 MA, couldn't take it out, couldn't hold it, ended up getting pulled back. 20 again there, 20 again there. So if we do get a push up, watch for the 20. You can go short at the 20. It has worked. A simple strategy like that will make you money. Upstart here, pull back, continue to push into the moving averages, chopped around. This has moved up. And this is the 15. This has moved up a little bit after hours in the pre. Nothing. I don't think it's much to see there. So we have Wells Fargo. Got this trading this little tabletop here, respecting the 9. I would keep an eye on the banks today if we do push up out of that area. So Wells Fargo 15-minute, we pull back, kind of chopped around. You can see we pushed right back into the moving averages. You can see the 50 and got rejected. We have took those levels out now. ExxonMobil, this is a nice candle yesterday, getting above that 50. This is a nice chart. And AMC, we talked about how pulling back to look for a bounce at this support level, exactly where we got it. We have to take this 20 out and this 9 to continue to move up. And that concludes our video this morning. I hope this was helpful. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the trading room.